Alright then, we should be good to go. Alright then. Hey guys, it's the High Asinus here. Welcome back to another segment where I'm gonna play about, instead of 1 hour, we are gonna play about 30 minutes of a new IP that I didn't get a chance to play called echochrome. Now, fun fact, I actually did have this game, or at least I'm assuming I have it. I'm not sure, but I remember playing the living hell of the demo when I first got my PSP, back when the storefront was actually kind of open. And, I had to change my setup for a bit yesterday, so it's all kind of good for now. So, yeah, instead of doing 1 hour from 5 to 6, I'm going to do from 5:30 to 6 o'clock. 30 minutes tops, because, I'm exhausted all the time. I need a couple of break. And, I might as well just try to show some gameplay as much as possible. Now, fair warning, this is a PSP game, not a PS1 game, to be exact. So I'm not sure how the metrics actually work on a PS5. I played more PS1 games on this console, but never PSP. So it's actually kind of like a new territory for me. And like I said, the fire might be loud, so be prepared. And like I actually explained the game for a bit. Yeah. I think I actually played this in like 2007 ish.
Welcome to the world of echochrome. In this world, special laws apply. First, experience the 5 laws that rule this world.
Don't need that. Yeah, I don't need music. So yeah, fun fact, I actually did play this game before on a PSP when I was in middle school, and this is my first time playing it again. We don't need the music because it's like opera or some shit. And we actually can put our username. Nice. Rat-tat-tat. So yeah, we got free flow and all that type of junk. So yeah, so this game is pretty much based on perspective and all that type. So this game is actually based on perspective and a lot of things. So
Good luck.
So apparently, if you want to beat a stage, your whole goal is to get every shadow from one area to another. Your whole goal is to try to get every shadow and try to create at a time and not die to some degree. Now this game is actually kind of like foreign because the way you actually beat a stage in Echochrome is that you have to use physics and you have to use perspective and you have to use optical illusion. So the whole game is actually kind of convoluted at best. But the way it works so far is that if you really want to usually put perspective, you pretty much have to align the stage to some degree. And hope for the best. Now sometimes it's not that consistent to some degree. Now this game pretty much still with perspective. Well, you need to actually line up the cube to some degree. I had to make sure. Now, you may get an achievement for being a stage faster. I'm not sure, but it doesn't work in my favor. We already got a lot of So I think there's like a lot of stages that this game has to offer. You got A1 to G1 to I think 8. And each time you progress, the game will actually get more difficult. So we got the alto, and that's about it. So the way the game usually works so far is that your goal is to try to get every shadow in one sitting,
Good luck.
and you should be able to actually get it. So let's just say that if I actually align this, if I already did that, what's gonna happen so far is that once I actually get the last shadow,
Great.
that's when the game is actually finished for one stage actually. So like I said, I'm not sure if you actually get rewarded, but there's nothing really special about it. So the game is all about expansive. So if there was a gap in the middle, you use the pillow to actually block the middle, and you can actually walk. So it's like optical illusion in some degree, and the game is actually kind of confusing to say degree. Now, like I said, there was like some additional DLC. I'm not sure it's actually pure stall, but I wouldn't know.
Good luck.
And the game is not that difficult per se, but some of the parts will still be difficult. So, like I said, these white circles can allow you to actually jump.
Oops.
If you die, you have to restart all the way from the beginning. And this game does actually get a little bit confusing.
Oops.
Yeah, this game actually got. You also got canvas. Now, the best part about this game so far is that you can actually make your own levels. What I like about this game so far is that you can actually do a customization and you can actually make your own levels. So, so to me, I actually have a lot more fun with the level creation because you can actually do, or you can actually go complete hell with the customization to some degree, and you could just usually go completely hell with the customization. I will admit that this game has a lot of features that you don't really see in other parts of games. You know, nowadays it's like hidden objects games are usually kind of half-assed, but echochrome is actually kind of different in a sense. Like I said, what makes this game usually different is that you can actually create your own levels, actually take your time playing the bosses, and for the most part, it has a lot of, it has a lot more, it has a lot more, it has a lot more variety compared to what you see. Now, apparently, because this is on the PSP, the first trailer of the game is all about you completing parcels. You don't actually get any achievements or acolytes for completing the parcels. You don't actually get a black and white that you actually complete the most hardest parcel. Now apparently there's like a difficulty in freeform mode where you can actually make it difficult. So like I said, there's not many game modes. There's only like freeform, Artail, Cavris, and so on.
Welcome to the world of echochrome. In this world, special laws apply. First, experience the 5 laws that rule this world.
So, like I said, this game takes about perspective and optical illusion. So, I'm actually give you a bridge version. So, when you connect a block to here, it actually connects as
Great.
an actual bridge.
The second mystery is perspective landing.
Yeah. I already know how to play the game. It's just that I didn't play this game for a longest time. So, like I said, I haven't really played this game for God knows what. So we got to respect it. So you need to actually know how to actually respect it well, and you need to understand it
Great.
to some degree.
The third mystery is perspective existence.
So you have to use these mechanics to actually. So you have to actually learn how to use these mechanics to some degree. Because the first stages are actually kind of easy, but once you actually proceed, they will get difficult. Now for this, I need
Excellent.
it's actually brought together with the
The
pillow.
fourth mystery is perspective
It actually
absence.
gives me an advantage to actually cross from one area to another, or some shit. I don't know. Oh yeah, and if you want to block the sinkhole, you can actually just put the camera away and does vice versa.
Great. The last mystery is perspective jump.
I want to get first up before I actually start the main game.
Great. Now it's time to try the game.
Alright
The
then.
object of the game is to shift the perspective and follow the echo. Use the 5 mysterious laws and create a path.
So far, I mean, the game is not that difficult. It's just it's time consuming because, like I said, it's a puzzle game. This game is actually very easy to do if you actually know what you're doing.
Great.
So judging by the
It's time to enter the world of echochrome.
yeah, I
Enjoy
got
the mysteries of this world.
so when I got this game before when I first got the PSP, this was actually the first game I actually got. It came with a promo code that you actually could actually use in the PSN store. And like I said, I was kind of into this game before. And like I said before, I was kind of like I used to play a lot of my games on the PSP, and that was when the battery was actually kind of decommissioned. So if I get the chance, I might have to get a PSP and might be able to actually get a SD card for it. So yeah, so I actually did have this game before. I don't know what I actually did with the fire, but I might be able to actually start back. Like I said, the PSP was one hell of a console where there was like a lot of variety. Like I said before, I got a lot more patience playing this, so
Good luck.
there was like a lot of variety with this game. I used to play the living hell, but this game so many times that I forgot how good this game is.
Oops.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, the game is actually kind of tricky because you can't control the sensitivity.
Oops.
So you have to usually block it to some degree.
Oops.
It's been a long time to actually play this. I mean, holy shit. Hadn't seen this game for a while.
Great.
The funny part is, you don't actually get an achievement for finish. You don't actually get an achievement for baiting the stage on time. You don't see it to complete it and some kids some time. I mean, that was the best part about it, is that it was relaxing. It was actually more peaceful. And it was actually kind of creative, not a doubt.
Good luck. Great.
I mean, That's pretty much the entirety of the game. Is that you create shadows of yourselves and try to actually complete it in time. I wouldn't say this is actually an indie game because it was actually was made by Sony, and I can't really tell if it was an indie game. I mean, for the most part, I mean, all you really do is just try to correct every shadow, use perspective, and use your
Good
brain.
luck.
I mean, this is like the only puzzle game I actually like that doesn't really suck. I mean, does it really suck? Oh no.
Great.
It's a time consuming, yeah, but there's no actual reward to actually complete every stage. You don't get any acolytes or any achievements for playing echochrome and try to beat it 1%. You just usually finish the puzzles, spend some time, and that's about it. And you can just create your own levels and some shit, and you'll be good to go. Honestly, this is like the only best game that's actually not repetitive because it makes you think how to use perspective in a way you never actually imagined. And I want, and like I said, if there was a physical copy, I'd buy that shit in a heartbeat. This is actually
Good
busted
luck.
to say the least. I've been gaming for over 20 years since I have the PS2.
Great.
Oh, that was new. I mean, I have to admit, this is like the only puzzle game that doesn't really suck. Most puzzle games that there are all in the market usually suck or too repetitive to the point. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's a kick-ass game for this time. It definitely deserves on the Hall of Fame, nonetheless.
Good luck.
Uh, I was gotta do for 1 hour, but I'm constantly busy all the time. Oh yeah, this is the best part. Hmm. What am I missing? Oh yeah, I forgot you actually could just stop mid-track and you could just usually just proceed through. All right. Dude, I forgot. How do I forget?
Oops.
Oh man. I would say that some stations do in fact get harder as you proceed because, like I said, I remember when I first played this game, when I first got my PSP, the first model not it does. This stage was actually kind of a pain in the ass actually beat because sometimes they actually had too much shit in these
Good
levels,
luck.
like A6. They had to be kind of like smart how you actually use it. Let me tell you, it was actually numbers easy. Dude, I forgot.
Oops.
Was I supposed to do that? mean, sometimes you could try to use perspective, but it's not usually guaranteed. Oh yeah, I forget. Yeah, I forgot that you could only do these at a corner.
Oops.
Yeah, this was actually the only stage that gave me a hard time because you couldn't even beat it most of the time. And trust me, this game gets hard once you get to B1 and higher. Ain't that simple?
Good luck.
This is one of the game. I mean, it's one of those games where you have to use your brain than actually brawl. It's a fun game nonetheless. Aha! That was a close call. That was a close call. Where's that sound? All right. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can actually do that. Yeah, to admit, the game is kind of fun and badass at the same time. I would give it 5 stars if I wanted to. Now, like I said, there's no competition. There's no leaderboard. I'm not listening to this fortune. All right then. Well, it's almost 6 o'clock, so I'm actually sorry to canvas. I will admit that this game has one of those instant level designs where you can actually create your own levels and actually share it to other people. And the best part is that if you want to download it from the internet, you can actually do so. When I was a kid, when I used to have this game in my spare time, that does usually make some random shit. I didn't know any better. I always think that making levels hard was actually kind of interesting to say the least because I will usually make my levels kind of difficult to the point where that would be impossible to beat. It was like the prehistoric Kaizo levels from Super Mario World for the SNES, but way worse because this shit is in 3D. Uh, yeah, I admit they actually put a lot more care about this game than I actually anticipated. Like, it's not as if you actually get any reward for beating the puzzles. You get nothing but jack shit, and a lot of times all you really need to do is just usually just enjoy the game as an off roam. And that's usually just, that's enjoyed it. Like, there was nothing actually kind of downvoted for beating the game. I mean, even if you did, there was something really special about it. I take it as usually because I always because I usually am kind of creative and shit. I always mix a couple of I always I always take the time to make something unique. I had way too much imagination. I would tell you that. Oh yeah, there's also a limit how many blocks you can actually put. Yeah, I forgot to mention that you can't use. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that there's like a limit of how many blocks you actually put. Because the PSP has limited memory, you can't put even more blocks. You have to be kind of creative on how you actually manage it, otherwise it would not work. Which is not too shabby. Could it be better? Sure, but like I said, to my knowledge, this was on a last gen console. I mean, to my knowledge, this was actually in a last gen console. That was kind of pretty dated for this time. And you can't really blame Sony for making the limitations so limited. And that's about it. Yeah. I mean, the best part about it is that you could actually does. I mean, the best part about this game so far is that you can actually put a lot of creativity to your own disposal. There was no end to your own imagination, and to some degree, this was actually the most recent time that a game hacks a lot more creativity. Like I said, this game was dated, but still badass. Oh yeah, apparently you can only put about 4 shadows at a time, and it was actually kind of limited. Ah, I mean, you have to admit, there we go. So there's like some X. So it's like an exploit you can actually do. Apparently these counts as actual blocks. So technically you could usually you. I mean, you have to admit, the worst part is you can't even put some stairs. The only annoying part is that you have to rotate the camera if you want to. But you have to admit, not too shabby to be honest. If that's the case, yeah, I don't even know what to say. I mean, echochrome is actually one of those games where it's actually kind of like well executed, and it's not usually half-assed. If there was a physical copy, I bet that shit in the freaking heartbeat. But well, you know, bids can be choosers. Do I test my levels? No, I do not. Let's say, uh, is it possible to put emojis? Let's,
Good luck.
yeah, let's play this because this gotta be like help. Yeah, what?
Oops.
I mean, I would say that this game is actually kind of. I mean, there's like a lot tournament carriers that the camera kind of sucks. That's one of my big issues is that the camera is not that consistent. You can't see what's on top of you, and the camera movement is actually kind of limited. But beyond that, it's not that bad for a game. You get a lot of creativity to your own exposure, and it's not that bad for a first-party title. So apparently in freeform, so apparently in freeform, you just play some stages for the atelier at random, and you can save some data and all that type of shit, and you be good to go. And you get a lot more space, a little limited, but not that bad. And with that, that's like the entirety of the game. So that was like echochrome. It's not that much to say the least. It's a very so indie game that was made by Japan Studio. I want 2007 or less. It's not a bad game, but the camera controls are actually kind of wonky and kind of difficult to control. But for the most part, the game's not that bad. It's not shit, but it's not usually that great. But it's good. It's a good indie game to with kids sometime. Could it be more? I wouldn't know. But beyond that, that's the entirety of echochrome. There is a sequel, which I will do tomorrow once I actually get myself set up. But there is a sequel that's actually dedicated to echochrome, but it has a but it has a different gameplay mechanic that you not usually not expected. Shit. But the point is, beyond that, I'm pretty much kind of done. Like I said, that's the entirety of the game. You play some pre-made levels that the devs actually give to you, and then you can actually create your own. They do have an online section where you can actually download levels from the web, from the community tab, but they don't have it on the PS5 version. So that's pretty much about it. It could be more, but like I said, it's not what they actually expected to some degree. So for the most part, that's the title Epichrome. It could they should allow you to actually send your levels to web, but that's not the case on the PS5 version. And for the most part, that's about it. So if you want to watch more of my content in the near future, hit that subscribe button, Leave a like down below. Like or dislike to your heart pleasure or to your heart's content. How'd I say it? And turn on notifications to get new uploads or loads from your email. Other than that, I'm pretty much kind of done. So yeah, if you want to watch more of my content, you know what you do. I see you guys soon. I think tomorrow I'm gonna play another PS2 game or maybe a sequel if this gets a lot of traction. But beyond that, that's about it. So yeah, tomorrow will be Friday, and I'm gonna do usually spend some time alone. So if you want to watch my content, I keep you posted. But until then, see you tomorrow. I see you soon. This is like the high acidness here. Started with Devil Ultimatum. It's almost 1 week until Halloween, and I'm prepared to play some horror games until I shit my pants. Not literally, mentally. But what do I know? So, rat-tat-tat, sign off, goodbye, and peace out. Happy Halloween-ish, and I see you guys on Friday. Ta-ta for now, and ciao. See ya, and goodbye.